Alright, it is that time for some crazy news. Because I've not played War Commander. Let's see. What was the last unit? Siren. I haven't played since then. And Firefly, I could have played that event, but the event structure, I truly dislike it. But now, we got something new. And I can finally. That's a lie. I'm not going to finally stop playing Battlefield. Battlefield 6, fire. Arknights, fire. So many games, fire. But right now, we got new stuff. New stuff I never thought I'd ever see. Starting with the release notes for this next update, which is. Hang on a second. Thursday? Is today Thursday already? Holy cow, today's Thursday. Okay. So I might actually be late for this. Or early. Late or early. But basically, with. Pretty much I'm just gonna summarize everything that's going on here. We got Nightmare Skirmish. Got this thing. I think this is the new hero. Let's see. First Arc 2 hero for Equinox. Then we got everyone from the last two cycles. So got all those older units that you can use. You got the previous zombie units that you can use, or the ones that at least came out in October. Bloodfang, Dr. Aegon, Gravedigger, Nox. Honestly, I don't know if Gravedigger and Nox are gonna be viable, but everyone else, fire. Then here's where everything goes crazy. You got Arc 2. You got them removing upgrade time and going back to tokens. This was prime Gen 3 type of stuff that we're talking about. Generation 3, well, actually, it might, depending on how they do this, it might actually be better than how Gen 3 was done. Because with Generation 3, you upgrade to level 10, past level 10, it's just pure tokens, which is honestly pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Because the first 10 levels, 30 days, not bad. Past that, instant level 20. And that's honestly what I love about the token system, is that you don't have to sit through days and days and days of upgrades. So this is a great change. Simplifying the weapon system, perfect. Because honestly, my mind felt like it was getting jumbled with the current one. Not a bad step in the direction, but we just simplified it. So this thing right here, pretty much how it would originally be. Burst strong against heavy, sustain great against medium, and then air against great against light, which is great because infantry tends to be light armor. Light vehicles, light armor. Area blasts those things away. Light vehicles, or light aircraft, they get blasted away by flak. So that makes sense. Burst, heavy. That makes sense. Sustain, perfect. And then energy, I don't know how this one's gonna work, because just ignores unit flat damage reduction. So I'm a hold my thoughts on this one. But fire damage, being great against buildings and zombies, perfect. Because that's actually the original intention behind this. And then Arc 1 units getting a boost. We've never truly seen we've never truly seen previous units get buffed. Not especially not like this. Moonscape is getting a speed increase from 4 to 6. Meteor Storm getting an increased fire rate. This is the unique, by the way. Increased fire rate, reload time decreased, then changing the tech to now target air and high altitude. We're gaining plus 100 range, gains 2 stacks. Like, they're buffing not only the regular units, but they're also buffing the uniques. Plus 100 range, gain 2 stacks of war momentum per axe thrown. Axe projectile speed has been doubled. Metatron. Should move into range better for his more powerful weapon now. Speed increase from 2 to 4. Acceleration and deceleration remain the same. Mastodon. Speed increase from 6 to 7. A. Pretty good. Orbiter. Plus 50 range. Crozier. Plus 125 range. Firefly. Plus 50 range. Like, these are some crazy changes being made to Arc 1 units. The ones that usually would be considered outdated by now, but are now, like, it's been a year since all this. It's been a year since the release. Usually they're dead on like what, month 3 or something, month 4, because there's something else that's crazier just killing everything. Unique units will now be released every 4 months, with parts being earned over 3 months of Shadow Ops, with a bonus month of Shadow Ops to catch up at the end. I think this is how it was in the original format. Yeah, it was something similar to this at least. Where it's like three 3 months to do it, and I don't think the fourth one is new, so they're slowing down with the release of unique units. And then no longer needing elite and omega, or no longer needing parts for the elite and omega levels, and going to upgrade tokens. This is another huge thing because uniques they take forever. Levels 1 through 10, like 30 days, and then you got 5 to, or not 5, 21 to, what is it, 30. It's about 50 days because it's like 5 days per upgrade. Then an omega, 7 or 70 days because every upgrade is about a week. No, it is a week. And so tokens, perfect, the greatest. It's gonna be amazing to be honest, because it just streamlines the process. Currently, we still have the 7-day upgrades for mega units. That's rough, especially when they added level 30 talents, and you gotta get to that. It's like, man, unique units will now be factionless moving forward. I don't know how to feel about this, because we already got rid of the faction buffs. If they plan on bringing unique units from other factions, or just having like something like what's it called? What the big robot thing, the base defenders, like legendary BFG. That's honestly the best thing that can come to mind at the moment. I'm trying to think of the more recent units. I honestly forgot what they're called. But yeah, those types of units, uh, it's alright, I guess. But I'd rather see like Ryukai, Descendant, Vercraft type of factionless uniques, because that'd be fire. That'd be cool. We just yoink one of those units. Hey, it's one of us. Instead of spending 2 months in a row on a single faction, we'll now be spending 1 month focusing on a single faction to allow for each faction to get a new unit without as long as wait. Perfect. Waiting for a Corpus unit, painful for me. Like I have to wait. I waited like what 6 months, 7 months just for a Corpus unit. Bro, I was drowning. Also means we'll be focusing. No, wait, hold up. This also means that we'll normally be focusing on the same enemy faction for 4 months, with exceptions to special faction appearances. This is good. It means we get to stay on the same arc, and we don't have to jump around like crazy. Which means we got a lot of. If you're a lore reader, you're gonna like this. You're gonna love this, to be honest. Because that means more lore, more development. If we can get back to the Sarkis arc, where that man was just straight up crazy, like his story, I love it. Got to play as him, got to go up against him, got to see previous actions that end up focusing back into that same event and in his release. Perfect. If we get that again, even better. All buildings in your base will receive a health increase. Another good thing, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure buildings fall like paper right now. But I haven't played the game that much, so don't quote me on that. Because Arc 1 units will be receiving additional health during the downtime, we will be turning. Okay, so that's just regular fair play. Yep, cool. Love to see that. New health bar for units. I'm honestly curious to see that. New setting to hide enemy trophies. Perfect. Now a setting. This is actually what I've been waiting for a long time because there's so many trophies. There's now a setting to disable lore dialogue on base that have them. If you're a lore, I'm honestly not a bad change. But at the same time, eh, is whatever. For me, I like reading. General performance improvements, cool. Missionaries were unable to target floating platforms. A fixed. Congrats. Some tech to ops boosts were expiring early. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, offer when the game comes back up. All players 200,000, no, 200 million thorium as compensation for this. Holy cow. Okay, so that is only the first one. That is the first release note that they got on here. Nightmare Skirmish. I want to say there's not much that I could talk about for this. I could talk about the new unit, but I'll save I'll save that for someone else. I'll let someone else cover that. Cause I'll honestly, since I'm just getting back into this, I can't really say, oh, heavy vehicle, oh, it's gonna be fire. But hey, at least we get level 40. Okay, that doesn't matter to me. I could probably talk about its usefulness, but to be honest, I'll say that when I get back into the game. Assuming I get back into the game, because I have not posted in forever. But I like covering these. Now we got the design notes. the diary. Arc 2 Designer Diary. Alright, so basically to sum this up. Okay, so it's pretty much the stuff that I covered before, except a little bit more that I want to talk of. So Arc 2, we mentioned that, we talking about units getting buffs, but here's another one. They're bringing up other units as well. Legendary Lancer, Legendary Humvee, Oni, Searam, Scorcher, Tortoise. And then we got Matchlock. That's the unit that I was trying to think of before. Uh, that is an old unit. Moonskater, Orbiter, Bombard, Pioneer, Goliath, Crozier, Siren, Firefly, R1 Mantis, Meteor Storm, first unit, first unique in the was it first unique in the Arc 1 lineup. Warrior, Metatron, Mastodon, and Bloodfang. I'm gonna be honest, all of these are fire. My only complaint is that I wish Abyss was added to the list, because that Abyss I love so much. I love how that unit functions, but unfortunately it did not get buffed in this. Let's worry about base defense. We are considering this power change with a further bump to building health, W. Along the above changes, we'll be making follow adjustments to our event structure. So this right here, this is what caught my eye the most, because as you know, I've been complaining about the event structure for years. Because holy cow, Gen 3, that was when it was great. That was when it was perfect. Basic training. These are holdout style bases meant for new and returning players with small payout on victory. For bigger payout, keep an eye out for XP crates that randomly appear in battle. This is great. Means you're actively in game. Means you've got stuff to do. Means you also got holdout style pretty much battle to do. I don't know how much it'll be like for the holdout style because like new and returning players. I don't know if they changed things up for the new players, but if they did, let me know. But for returning players, it'll definitely be huge. It'll definitely help them a lot too, because like it's not all the repetitive stuff. We don't have to deal with hit the same base 50 times over. Incursions. Set of 3 bases with a set bonus. These are meant to be hit by the newest unit and will be locked to that unit's faction. This, I'd say, isn't a bad change, because for one, you're learning to use the new unit and then you're using the faction units. So this is more like a faction track in a way, which is honestly pretty fire. This I like. This one I like a lot. Tactical strikes, well, this whole format is because you got hold style, you got faction track, and now we're heading into tactical strikes. While not specifically locked to any faction, these powerful bases are meant to be tackled by the previous month's unit. These are 2 bases which can be hit in any order and award a set bonus on completion. In addition, tactical strikes will contain a high value target which will attempt to flee the battle shortly after it begins. Kill the target to increase your XP payout and successfully completing the base. See, this is another new thing. It basically takes the format of the current system that I hate, and it gives you a new thing to do. High value targets. That's a new objective. It's not kill the base, kill all the units, prioritize the high value target, and you get more XP. Not just hit the same thing over and over again. Something's gonna change, you'll have to adapt to that. Proving grounds. This one, we'll see. Lastly, the Proving Grounds are a unique only track consisting of bronze, silver, and gold bases. The further you progress through the set, the greater the reward chest you receive when you reset it. The chest pays out event XP boosts. In addition to these changes, a faction. Okay, so it's just pretty much unique only. You get. Is there any mention of that in one of these? The incursion base. Okay, so this is incursion base, basic training. Gives small amount of XP. Gives you a Firefly Chronophage. Okay, that's the new unit. That was the previous unit, which means it allows you to do incursion base and tactical strike, which is actually good. That is actually great. Proving grounds, bronze, silver, or gold chest. Okay, so right here, bronze chest, you get an XP boost for 2 hours, 1.2. Silver chest, 1.5 XP boost, 2 hours, and then the gold chest, which gives a 2 times XP boost. So this goes back to another thing. I really hated how long it takes to grind out units. And now we have more to do. We have a lot to do, to be honest, but it's in a different way. We got unique tracks, people work on their uniques. You get XP boost, you use that XP boost on the other tracks. And now suddenly it's not just one track that you're doing multiple tracks that benefit each other in some type of way. And so with the XP boost, 2 times XP, you get your stuff faster. And now here's another thing. 2 times XP boost is well needed. Holdout. That thing had, I honestly don't even remember how much XP boost, but it had XP boost. You got yourself done real fast with that. And that's what was needed in the events, especially when you have a long, long list of things to pick out. Especially if you're like a newer player and you want, hey, maybe I want this Oda unit, like was Meteor, Meteor? I actually don't even remember. I don't even know the units. Hold up. Orbiter, there we go. Let's say you wanted an Orbitor, like a Moon Skater. You don't have to get like 2 trillion XP just to get that one unit. You can actually now get the XP boost, get one of those units that you want, and then suddenly you're now able to get the stuff that you need. And so I like that. And if you're already like a older player and you have all the older units, you want some of the cosmetics that cost like 2 billion XP for some reason, hey, you now have a chance to because it's 2x boost. Logistics cost too much? Hey, you can get that now. You don't have to worry about it. And then along with that, Proving Grounds, that's the unique stuff. Let's see, what other stuff is in here? Okay, so multipliers, area damage does 2 times damage to light armor, sustain damage does 2 times damage to medium armor, and burst does 2 times damage to heavy armor. It doesn't look like there's going to be any penalty if you use like area against medium or area against heavy. And then weapons that used to be energy have been giving a 25% flat damage reduction piercing. Weapons that used to be fire have been giving a 2 times damage bonus against zombies and buildings. Weapon tech has also been removed, meaning you don't have to worry about thorium armor solar damage. Okay, that's another thing. That is actually perfect. Because that system, I don't know what I don't know what went on with that. That was actually the worst. It made units useless so fast. Like from the time of the start of Series 1 to the end of it, Orion just killed everything. It didn't even matter. Uh Things like Lightbringer, Soul Runner, and Helios, they were just paper by that point. You'd get those killed instantly. So it's a good thing we finally got that. And then for this, there's not really much I can say about this release note. Actually, yes there is. Hold up. Gen 2 buildings. With advanced materials no longer being used to upgrade buildings, we're making changes to how you can access Gen 2 buildings. You'll be able to make any of your power plants a deep reactor or fusion reactor, which means I'm pretty sure there's no limit anymore. Power plants can make them big, make them look like a dong, make them stick out into the sky. Or the deep reactor. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep that there because I that fusion reactor, that's as much as comment I need. Highest level is you've unlocked for those, now your research level for them, which means I'm assuming they're all the same level, which means you can upgrade them all at the same time. That's my assumption. I could technically go into the game right now and find that out, but to be honest, I just want to read the notes. You'll be able to further upgrade your fusion and deep react. Yeah, okay, so right here. You can upgrade it. So I'm assuming it's just upgrade them once and you're through, which means maybe you're going to be through the, I forgot what the building is called. Defense lab, maybe. Probably not. Probably going to be its own button, but who knows. Metal factory and oil pump can now be turned into metal forge and oil derrick. This is fire. Because somehow, even though I have 3 level 1, I still don't get enough, which is so odd to me. And you'll be able to make any of your turret platforms one of the Gen 2 platforms. Perfect. So this is all. This is great. This is what I've been looking for like the longest of times. Got changes to the to the event structure. You got changes to older units, which we never see. Changes to okay. Change to older units always necessary. Buff, debuff. If it's too strong, nerf it. If it's not strong enough, up it. I've heard of the tortoise. Perfect example of how they're doing things now. Instead of making Oni MK2 obsolete completely, they bring in a different unit that counters it, buffs the units in base and the buildings. That way you don't have to actually get a unit that does like 2 trillion damage to just kill one unit. So honestly, I'm loving the steps that they've been taking lately. Let me know what you think. I'm going to check out the update probably later tonight. Peace.